talking a lot about mindfulness and about how you can change your own thoughts and about how you process thoughts. So I'm going to take you on a little nature walk today, because one of the things I do like to do is garden when I'm trying to get my hands in the dirt and I'm trying to change my thought processes. So here are the flowers that I just planted. I want you to think about all of the different senses when you're taking just a short walk like this. Now, first of all, I will show you I am barefoot because I like the feel of grass. I love the feel of sand. I like to feel things and take things in through my feet. A lot of people do not, and please don't do it if you're not. This is my yard, so I can do that because I know what's in my yard. But if you don't know what's in your yard, please don't do that, because we don't want you stepping on anything that you shouldn't be stepping on. But I want you to think about this. I want you to take this in through all of our senses. So first, this is what I'm seeing. So see all the colors? We see the beautiful clouds. Aren't they gorgeous? So you see all of the blue of the sky, the beautiful clouds, lots of green around me. I live in a very rural area. I don't live in the city of Millville, but you would have very different sights and sounds, right? So those are the things that we see. I'm gonna give you a few minutes now. I want you to just listen. Okay, listen. You hear all those different kinds of birds? There are millions of different kinds of birds near me because I actually live, see if you can see that. See that I live like very, very close to a wooded area. So there are lots of different birds. Sometimes if I walk around this side of my house, you'll hear a frog. There's this really loud frog. Oh, listen. See, lots of different kinds of birds. If you come around here, sometimes we can catch this really loud frog. This frog makes this crazy sound. And so I actually have a deck out here, and he hangs out underneath the deck because it's like kind of moist down there. So he likes it. So that's how we take it in through our eyes. We're looking at all the different colors. And then we take it in through our sounds. So we're listening and we hear all the different bird sounds. Right now you can also hear my dog crying because she sees me. So she wants to come with me on a walk. She thinks that we should be walking all the time. Taking things in through smell. Now, this is a little tricky where I live because there is all this farmland. And if anybody knows anything about farmland, then they know that it smells like fertilizer. Fertilizer is made from poop. So it does sometimes stink really bad around here because it does smell like, right now it does not. So that's good news because it's not fertilizing season. They've already fertilized their fields. But it's a lot of times it does smell like poop because that's what fertilizer is made of. So I don't necessarily get super excited. In my backyard, I have a jacuzzi, which because I have to put the chemicals in it, it smells like chlorine. So sometimes it smells like that. So that is one thing that does not help with my meditation. No, that does not help with my mindfulness, the smell of chlorine or the smell of poop. But that is one way to take in your world, right? And then I talk to you a lot about taking it in through feeling. So I'm like one of those people that has to touch everything. I'm like, oh, let's see. My mom used to say to me all the time, you see with your eyes, not your hands, because I have to put my hands on everything to get a feel for it. But sorry, it was my neighbor. See, taking in sights and sounds. I have to pay attention. You probably have lots of different things around you. So you have like playgrounds and things like that you can take in through all different. So you would obviously wear your shoes, but you could take it in through your sense of touch as well. All right, so I'm gonna put up a video for you of different breathing techniques. We talked about some of them before, but they are good to use in all situations. I'm gonna put that up for you. I'm also going to take you through, we're gonna go back in and take you through a gratitude game, because meditation and mindfulness is all about changing your thought patterns. So sometimes our thought patterns are so crazy and wild that we don't know which ones to pick, right? So we have like all of these thoughts going through our mind and we don't exactly know which ones to focus on. So that's what mindfulness is. It's actually taking your patterns of thought and calming them so that you can choose which ones you want to deal with at what time. All right, I will see you in a little bit. We're going to play a gratitude game so that we learn to be thankful, to think about the good things first, to push out the bad thoughts as much as we can, and deal with the things that we're thankful for and that we're grateful for. So we're going to talk about a gratitude game in a little bit. I'm also going to talk to you about one of my very favorite mindful things to do is collecting seashells on the beach. So I did collect some, and then I'm going to take you through a quick activity on painting them. I do that a lot. I just gather them and paint them, and then I put them all in a dish in my bathroom, just to remind me of the good times when I have been at the beach, or that happens to be one of my very favorite places to be. That's my favorite place. That doesn't have to be your favorite place. If your favorite place is Chuck E. Cheese, then you do something with the things, the tokens or whatever that you got from Chuck E. Cheese. Or if your favorite place is the baseball fields, which is my son's favorite place, he has baseballs everywhere, because when we would go somewhere, that's what he would get. He would try to get a baseball or some kind of ball, some kind of souvenir. So I will talk to you a little bit about the gratitude game. I love you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Cosmic Kids Zen Den, our place for helping our minds be healthy, strong and happy. Have you noticed? Lots of people are now doing things to look after their mental health. That means the health of their minds. One of them is mindfulness, which is something lots of kids and grown-ups are finding really helpful all over the world. Here in the Zen Den, we often try out mindfulness techniques. I'm going to talk about them in a new way today, so you can try it if you want to. Mindfulness is brilliant because it can help you in so many ways. If you find yourself getting nervous if the teacher asks you a question, mindfulness can help. Or if you worry about taking tests, mindfulness can help. If you're worried about getting something wrong or not knowing how to do something, or you sometimes find yourself getting frustrated, the answer is usually mindfulness. So what is it? What is mindfulness? And how do we do it? Have you heard of meditation? Well, mindfulness and meditation are pretty much the same thing. We take some time, just a few minutes to start off with, and we give our attention to one thing, like our breathing. We just notice our breath coming in and going out. It's amazing though. This sounds easy, but it's not. Because normally our mind will start having thoughts which take us away from the thing we were focusing on. Just like a dog who goes from thinking ball, then bone, then squirrel, all in the space of 5 seconds. 1 minute we're focused on our breathing. The next we're thinking about what's for dinner? Then about something someone said at school today. Then about how much we're looking forward to the weekend. Then about our favourite TV show. Then about, just so many thoughts. And it's just not very relaxing. When we practice mindfulness, we are training our mind to be better at focusing and choosing which thoughts we want to act on or let pass. We want that dog to slow down and to settle on one thing for a bit longer. And the great thing is, this will make us feel more calm and relaxed, which is lovely. When I practice, I can almost see my thoughts passing, and I can choose which ones to act on and which to leave alone and let go. It's like I'm standing on the side of a road watching buses going past. These are my thoughts. and I can decide which ones I want to ride and which aren't going my way. We only get to know our mind, though, when we spend time with it. And that is what our mindfulness practice is. Okay, so here's how I practice mindfulness. You can call it meditation if you like. They're both the same thing, really. I'll explain what I do, and if you listen carefully, you'll learn what I do, and you can try it yourself whenever you like. Okay, here's how it works. Posture. I find it easiest if I sit with a nice tall spine, like I'm sitting on a throne, like a king or queen, with either both feet on the floor or sitting with my legs crossed. A slouchy posture makes it hard for me to pay attention well. My eyes, I like to close mine. Our eyes can be a window for all sorts of things that make our mind busier with thoughts. So I find it really helps just to close them. Hands. I try and keep my hands still and rest them on my knees or in my lap. 3 deep breaths. I take 3 big filling up breaths in through my nose and out through my mouth. Now, I just notice. As I sit for a few moments, I focus on my breath coming in and going out. And that's it. Now, please remember to be kind to yourself and curious. We are interested to see what we notice. And we don't judge ourselves as bad or good if our mind keeps jumping about like the little dog jumping around from thought to thought. It is what it is. If we manage to keep noticing it and bringing it back, then great. Now practice. It's good to try and do this for a few minutes at the same time every day. This is how you build a strong and connected relationship with your mind. So, just to recap, posture. Sitting nice and tall like a king or queen. Keeping our hands nice and still. Closing our eyes. And taking 3 deep breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. Then we notice. Watching our breath coming in and going out. Coming in and going out. I like to do my mindfulness practice each morning for 5 minutes. I find that when I do this, I'm much calmer in the day, and I'm better at learning things and dealing with whatever comes up that day. I also do it at night when I'm going to sleep. Sometimes my mind will still be busy with thoughts, and I need to settle it down a bit. So I lie in bed, close my eyes, and focus on the breath coming in through my nose and out through my mouth. Usually, just doing a few of these deeper breaths helps me drop off. I hope that's helped you understand what mindfulness is a bit more, and you feel like you know a little bit more about how it can help you deal with things that happen in your life. Remember, it's a practice, something we do over and over to stay in tune with our mind and feel happier generally. And we can do it whenever we need. So keep up the practice to become a true Cosmic Kids Zen Den master. Bye bye.
Summer friends. So we're talking about mindfulness, and we did some deep breathing with the video, hopefully, and I talked to you a little bit about taking in walks and things through your senses, which is all part of mindfulness. Another part of mindfulness is how to change your thought patterns from immediately going to the negative to going to the positive. We want to try to make our positive thoughts the most important ones in our minds. So this game is kind of like that. So if you're playing by yourself, which I'm going to play by myself, obviously, because I'm the only one here. If you're playing this game by yourself, then it's more about just almost journaling, which I am going to talk to you about that a little bit as well, about journaling and what you can write in there. But we're going to play the game first by myself. So you would get something, you would pick like so many colors, however many colors you have. Remember I told you when I was doing, I have like these 4 left. So I would put these in a basket or something, and then mix them up, and then whatever one you pull out. So I pulled out the blue one. I would go to the blue, and then it says, name a food you are thankful for. So now you're going to make fun of me, but the food I'm most thankful for is probably avocado. I love avocado. I love guacamole because that's part of avocado, but I love avocado toast in the morning. I love avocado in my salad. I love avocado in my pasta. I'm just one of those people that loves avocado. So that would be a food that I was thankful for. And then I would do it again. Red. Name a person you are thankful for. So this is a little bit tricky for me because I'll tell you what I did. I put up a wish list on Amazon, and all of these people that I love sent me at least one book for my new library. So I am thankful for all of those people. But one person I think that I am most thankful for probably is my mother still. I'm super lucky that I still have my mother, and we, still get along and everything works out. But I'm very thankful that I have her to share all of this stuff with. So I'm thankful for my children, obviously, but I'm also very thankful that I have my mom to still share things with. And my sisters are my best friends, so I'm really very lucky that way. Okay, ready? Black. Name a thing you are thankful for. So now this is a little bit tricky for me. So one, I'm definitely thankful for books. I'm just one of those people that loves books. I love books of all kinds. I love children's books. That's why I put up stories for you that are still picture books. Those are exciting. I get that you're older and that you can read chapter books, but it's still a delightful, eye-pleasing, senses thing to read a good picture book. And that's why I put those up for you. So I'm very thankful for books. I'm also, I don't know if this counts as a thing, but I'm super thankful for my dogs. I spend tons and tons of time with my dog. She's actually laying right there watching the video. I love my dogs. I have 3. I have a large mixed dog who's the one that's laying right there just watching me. I have a Chihuahua that I've had, she's 14, she's really old. And then I have a Puggle mix dog, and she's definitely my best friend. She goes with me everywhere. So I'm super thankful for my dogs, but I don't really know if that qualifies as a thing. But it's not a person. All right, so I'm gonna go in. I have one left. Orange, name a place you love. So I've talked to you about this a ton of times, right? My favorite place on the planet is the beach. I love the beach. I think that the sound of the ocean, maybe it's because all of my senses are involved. I love the feel of the sand. I love the smell. I even love it when it's like fishy and there's a bunch of seaweed and there's jellyfish, and I don't care. I love it. I love picking up shells. I love thinking about, taking care of the ocean and the ocean animals. I absolutely positively love the beach. So you pick your favorite place. But if you were doing this with a group, you would have your markers. So they actually use like pixie sticks in the one video that I saw. So you could use pixie sticks. You could use anything where somebody would draw. Or if you have one of those those colored dice that has the heads are different colors, you could definitely make this game about that. And I have a giant one at school, which of course I don't have here at home, but at school I have a giant one. So I think this is what I'm going to do for my class, because even as young as little kids, you need to learn to think of your positive thoughts in your head, definitely. But then you would just take turns and you would go around, and you could go around again. So like we could go again, like name another person that you're thankful for. I'm also very thankful for the teachers that have been good models for me. I'm thankful for my colleagues, the people that I work with, because I'm very lucky, and everybody knows I'm extremely thankful for Mrs. Oliver, because she was my best friend at work, and I have a lot of friends at home. Name a place you love. So besides the beach, I would say, since I took you for a walk, you would see that I have like a little oasis at my home. I love my home. I do love my home. I have a back deck, and I love sitting out there at night and just drinking tea and listening to the birds, and I love my home. I love a couple other places too. I love like lake houses. And we went on this really pretty trip one time to a lake house in the Poconos, and we went on a lake house in Maine, and we've been to a lot of lake houses. I love, because I love water, so I still need the water, but I love houses that have like trees and docks, and name another food. Let's say I eat a ton of eggs. Yeah, I eat eggs in the morning. Sometimes I eat egg sandwiches at night. Like, eggs is the one protein food that I really, really like. I don't like a lot. I like some chicken sometimes, but I don't like a lot of meat. So eggs is one food that I'm definitely grateful and thankful for. Name a thing you're thankful for. So I did my books, and I did my dogs. I know. My bathtub. I love to take a good bath. Yeah, I love my bathtub. Love my bathtub. A little too much. My husband's a little tired of me buying bath products, but I love my bathtub. So play the gratitude game. Tell us what you're thankful for. Think about what you're thankful for, because the idea is for you to replace any negative thoughts with positive ones. It's a healthy thing for you to do, and it's summertime, so we should all have lots of things that we're super thankful for, even in these crazy times. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit to talk to you about some shells that I found and some painting of the shells. Summer friends. Okay, so we talked about breathing for mindfulness, and we talked about like some nature walks for mindfulness. We talked about some meditation and yoga and some different things that you can do. We played the gratitude game. But the one thing that everyone recommends for mindfulness is journaling. Now, before you say it, I know you're gonna say, well, I hate writing. And everybody thinks they hate writing unless they have Mrs. Whitman for language arts, because then they don't hate writing. But everyone thinks they do. But my friend, Mrs. Hoy, I don't know if you guys know her, but she's very ill. And one thing that we used to do, her and I used to teach together in the same room. And one thing that she did every year with the kids that I thought really, really, really helped promote like a positive image of yourself and a positive self-esteem is they wrote I am poems. So this is a good thing for you to do in your journal every day. I would suggest that every day you wake up and you give yourself some positive statements. So now I'm going to give you a list of some that you can use, like I am bold, I am a go-getter. These are things that you tell yourself so that you're building your own self-esteem. But when Mrs. Hoy did it, she did I am poems. This is just a web. Obviously, this is like a web that you would use to start yourself out. But it really helps you reflect on yourself and what good qualities you have. Because it's very easy to focus on the things that you can't do, right? And that's true of adults too. Don't let anybody tell you different. It's very easy to get in the habit of focusing on the things that you can't do or the things that you're bad at. And those are the things that we point out to you all the time. We don't mean to as teachers, but those are the things that we point out to you all the time. Like, oh no, you gotta rewrite this, or you gotta do this better, or you didn't quite make it, or like, if you're playing sports, you struck out, or you didn't make the play that you wanted to make, and it's hard because those are the things that are pointed out to you. So this is good practice to point out to yourself the things that you're good at, that you're proud of, that that it's going to build your good self-confidence. We want you to believe in yourself. See, I wore my belief shirt today. I need you to believe in yourself. We need you to know what your good qualities are and to focus on those. So when your mind plays tricks on you, and it does, honeys, it does to everybody. Your mind starts telling you negative, negative, negative. You need to learn through mindfulness on how to slow it down and change it. Change your thought process to what is good and positive. So what you would do is you would write I am in the middle, and then you're going to give yourself I am statements. Like, I am intelligent. I am grateful. I am friendly. And those are the things that I want you to focus on. The things that you are really good at. I am generous. You know what generous means? It means that you give and give and give. And you do. There's a lot of you that do such wonderful things for people every single day. And you should be absolutely proud of that. That's what we want you to be. I am funny. Look, I am funny. I don't care what anybody says. I am funny. So my kids might disagree, but I think I'm hilarious. And my friends think I'm hilarious too. I am hopeful. You give me hope. The kids that I teach give me hope. And I hope that you are hopeful that your world can be better too. I am a good teacher. This is a hard one for me because I feel like I have a mindset where I'm always, always, always trying to be better, and I don't want to lose that. But I do need to be proud of myself as well for all of the work I put into teaching, at least. And so at least I know that I'm a hard worker. I should add that one, because I definitely work very hard for the kids that I teach every single day. So I want you to play this game for yourself. I want you to do some journaling. Tell yourself your positive thoughts. Wake up in the morning and write down 3 things that you're grateful for, or 3 things that you hope to do. Bucket lists shouldn't just be for the end of your life. They should be all of your life. You should be always having goals for what you want to do next. Okay, have a great time. Write some positive thoughts about yourself, because you're all incredibly good people. You're all wonderful people. So I want you to know that about yourself. I want you to write that about yourself. I do some journaling for your own self-image. It's a great thing to do during the summer anyway. You should be thinking about all of the positive things that you have in your life all summer. All right, see you later. I'll talk to you in a little bit about guys, I'm back. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the shells that I found on the beach, my last beach trip. I was with my sister and my friend Amy, and we were on the beach, and we just walked and found some. I like to look for some though that have like a large surface like this. So this is just a common clam shell. You'll find these all over the beach and the Jersey Shore. I like to look for some though. I like to call it a nice canvas. So I like to look for those. And then you can paint either side. If you want to get rid of the smell, because sometimes they do smell a little fishy because they are clam shells, then all you have to do is boil them and hope that they stay together, but boil them. So this one also is a clam shell. And then I also found this one, which is actually a scallop shell, but isn't that pretty? So I'm actually going to just paint the stripes of this one so that it just looks like a decorative rainbow. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take you down here. Obviously I have like a little palette here. You can put your clamshell right on top, and then just start painting. You can do anything you want with them. They're a nice white, like this one especially is like a nice white palette, so it will definitely take the paint well. This is acrylic paint. I would not use washable paint just because it obviously will wash off or it will scratch right off, but this is acrylic paint, like you can get at any Michael's or anything like that. Just gonna change colors real quick. All right, so I'm not going to, bore you while I'm painting the entire shell, but what I will tell you is when you are finished painting the shell, any way that you want it, and I like to do like a base coat and then write something on top, like, life's the beach, or I am enough, because we talked about that today, right? Using I am statements, I am enough. So I like to do a nice base coat and then write something on the top. When you get finished, if you do not have, so you can buy at Michael's, also you can buy like Mod Podge or even acrylic finish, and you can coat it, and then that way it'll last much longer. But if you don't have that, handy dandy clear nail polish will do it. It will just seal in your picture and your paint so it's nice and tight, and then that way, and I have these like sitting all over my house for little knickknacks. So that is my go-to when I need to relax, go to the beach, collect seashells, come home and paint them. Sometimes you can also do wipe off paint with them. So like you can paint it a little bit and then take a paper towel and wipe it off, and it looks, kind of ends up looking like a little tie-dye-ish, which is also a fun thing to do. Any way that you want to do it, do it. It is your project. Please take your time, but I just wanted to tell you that it's seashells for the relaxation for me. All right, thanks guys. Have a great time. Meditate, breathe deep, think hard, mindfulness, be aware of where you are at all times, be aware of your senses, take in the world, and change your negative thoughts to happy thoughts. Bye guys.